Hello. How's it going? Good. Oh, you're very polite here. Oh my God. I'm great. I played here last year, a little earlier in the year last year, and it was my first time playing in Colorado. And I spent a week out here, and this was the first weekend I played here, and I was dazzled by this place. I think it's such a cool place. But how high are we right now? 7.5. Yeah, that's true. But earlier this week, I played in Estes Park, and I sound checked with "I lit out from Reno, I was trailed by 20 hounds," and the guy doing sound went, "Are you gonna play any Dead?" And I was like, I don't know, like maybe. And I said, "This one's for you." And then on the merch table at the end of the night, this huge joint. I was like, wow, I guess I'm in Colorado. But anyway, where I was going with the start of the trip last year, I was at the beginning of the trip when I played here, and I was a little winded walking up the stairs. I'm a Flatlander. I'm originally from New Hampshire, and I remember I went to a Mexican restaurant here. I don't remember which one it was, but I was huffing and puffing, eating alone in the corner of this Mexican restaurant. And you don't want to be the guy huffing and puffing, eating alone in the Mexican restaurant. But this time, I've been here for a week. I'm very well hydrated. I'm ready to go. I'm going to play this song that has to do with mountains. It seemed fitting. I wrote this song living in Nashville, and I found this path like 5 minutes from my house. It's this public park. It's this really cool little public park that leads out to this beautiful, soccer fields and all this cool stuff. And I wrote this song. I was so excited to be there. I got there and I had my running shoes on and everything. And I get out there, and the river that you walk along is all dried up and filled with trash. There's a prison on one side with barbed wire. I like that. Oh. There's a prison on one side, and then there's a condo site where they're blasting gravel so high for these condos that I literally thought there was a mountain in Nashville that I hadn't seen before. And I was so inspired that I went home and I wrote this song. It's called Piles of Sand. Well, I'm standing in the sunlight in a public park in Tennessee, and I know the soft earth below has always made room for me. She's been carrying my weight for 20 some odd years, and what have I given in return? I have lived in apartment buildings soaring high above the ground. I've seen clear water flow out from my tap somehow. But now here I am, just taking my time and taking a walk in the lights, when something blocks the sun ahead. And I thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, towering so high, a 9 to 5 creation. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands, but when we build up as mountains are just piles of sand. Robert, could you unmute the stomp box when you get a chance? I just got this cool thing. How cool is that? Now this old river path, it ain't quite what it used to be. There's a job site on my right and a prison across the street. But through 4 rounds of barbed wire, I still see it clear as air. No matter what we build around it, this river ain't going nowhere. No, I thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, towering so high, a 9 to 5 creation. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands. But what we build up as mountains are just piles of sand. Oh, well, they paved paradise, they put up a parking lot with a pink hotel, boutique, and a swinging hot spot. Come on, come on. Don't it always seem to go that you don't know what you've got till it's gone? Well, they paved paradise, parking. Ooh, ba 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 ba. Empires fall, civilizations fade from view. I see it in the Sphinx missing nose and in cracked Roman statues. And if I can wake them up and ask what they believed, I wonder if they'd smile and say, yeah, we know what you mean. Thought it was a mountain, but it was just a pile of sand, one on top of the other through 1,000 generations. And we tried to fit that fire in our hands. We keep climbing to the highest peak just to slide back down again. We keep climbing to the 14,000 foot peak just to climb back down again. 'Cause when we build up as mountains, what we build up as mountains, what we build up as mountains are just piles of sand. Thank you. I say that 14,000 thing at every show, just so you know. They never get it anywhere. All right, is it okay? I have a song where I swear. You're in the front here. You're dressed so nicely. Look at, you're dressed so great. Look at this. You're so politely eating your Cheetos and Doritos. It's so sweet. I'm finishing that song, and he's like, trying not to crinkle the bag too much. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so sweet. It's so great. So I already talked about joints, and now I'm going to swear. This is the end of it, okay? This is the end of it. But this song can't really go without the swear, so sorry, I have to do it. But I wrote this song with the intention of nobody ever hearing it. And I thought, God forbid anybody hear this song. I was in my room in Nashville, and I had just moved there, and I had just graduated from college. And I had long dreamed of moving to Nashville, you know, because that's where the stars are. You know, that's where the tall, shiny buildings where they write the country hits. You know, I was in New Hampshire. I was wasting my life away, you know. And I remember I was watching my friends drop out of college, and they were moving there early, and they were suddenly, you know, playing every night at these cool songwriter bars. And they were, you know, playing the Bluebird Cafe. And they were writing these country songs in these tall, shiny buildings. And I was so jealous. And so the day I moved, I had a gig booked at one of these really cool country songwriter bars. I dreamed of playing there. And I got there, and it was just a gross bar. And I was like, well, that's a fluke. And then the next week, I had another gig booked at one of these places, and it was just an even grosser bar. And I just was like, did you say you? You're so sweet. And I was like, oh my God. They were all just gross bars. And all the people I had been watching and so jealous of were just getting drunk at gross bars like 5 days a week. And I started writing these country songs in tall buildings with these hit songwriters. I played the Bluebird Cafe twice. I started living my dream, and I was completely miserable. And so I went in my room, and I wrote this song out of pure frustration. And I never intended to play it for anybody, but I made a short run of t-shirts with the chorus lyric on them, and they became my best-selling piece of merch by like 100 million miles. So maybe there's something universal about my Nashville song. By the time I turned 25, everybody would have forgotten about me and my story, my songs and who I am. I'd fade into obscurity, another guitar playing white man. I used to stand at the kitchen table and see the Rolling Stone cover stars who'd just turned 21, 6 or 7 Grammys in their arms. And that world seemed so far from me, graduating college at 23, while they're off living their dreams. Oh God, they must be so happy. Oh, maybe it's all dollars or 1 million more fans, maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. They hate this song in Nashville. Now I see it in the faces of my friends and my mom. Time takes everything, there's no use trying to hold on. But that doesn't stop some people from trying to cheat the clock, as if chasing after youth isn't just a lifetime of mourning. Oh, maybe it's all if I had millions of dollars or a Botox injection, maybe it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. I'm just a man born and bred in New Hampshire, blonde hair, 6'1" and 3/4. I'm not my songs, no. I'm not a brand, no. I'm not an image. Maybe it's all bullshit. Can you guys sing that? 3, 4. Nice. And nobody knows what they're doing. $1,000 and everything I thought I wanted. Maybe it wouldn't change a thing. No, it wouldn't change a thing. No, it wouldn't change a thing about who I am. Thanks. Okay, it's all wholesome from here on out, okay? That's never been said in the town of Alamosa. You know, we went to a Thai hut today. That place is good. That place is really good. What? Oh, it's okay. It was good, and I liked the decor of the printed out pieces of paper that just said Thai in one window, hut in the other window. I liked that. It was great. It was great. Is anyone married out there? Anyone divorced out there? Well, I guess, yeah. Yeah. I recently got engaged, which is cool. I had to sell a guitar to get the ring. That's okay. And, what? Yeah, honestly, it was just sitting in the closet. I was like, whatever. Yeah, I love this guitar. I just got it about a month and a half ago. I love it. We'll talk about it later. But she's great, and I love learning covers, and a big part of my songwriting process is a lot of times I will spend time learning a cover or a song with a weird guitar part or something that I find interesting, or like a piano part on guitar. And so I was sitting there and I was trying to learn. This was right after we got engaged. Don't go changing. You know Billy Joel. You heard of him? And I was playing that song, and I just loved these guitar voicings. I just thought it was so cool. And I was just sitting there, and I was thinking about Hallie, and I wanted to write just an easy love song, you know, just something that just kind of flowed. Yeah. And this song just flowed out of me. It's called Live Them in Love. A wide open August road, red leaves starting to fall. Young sunlight, old oak trees, and you and me, we're a part of it all. These are wheels, they keep turning faster, pulling us apart just when the stars come out. But while one hand's holding steady down this dusty highway, the other's always holding yours somehow. How many more adventures? How many more Septembers? How many circles around the sun? How many little moments watching the river flowing before our last ship finally comes? I can't steer where the years will run, but from here on out, I'm gonna live them in love. Yeah, from here on out, I'm gonna live them in love. Yes, I am. You and me, we've been taking the long way. Added a couple years to the GPS. But through the trees, we've seen the right and wrong ways. And now that north wind is right behind us. It's lifting us up. How many more adventures? How many more Septembers? How many circles around the sun? How many little moments watching the river flow before our last ship finally comes? I can't steer where the years will run, but from here on out, I'm gonna live them in love. Yeah, from here on out, I'm gonna live in love. Don't go changing to try and please me. You never let me down before. I'll take the good times, I'll take the bad times, I'll take you just the way you are. You're a falling star, you're the getaway car, you're the line in the sand when I go too far. You're the swimming pool on an August day. Yeah, you're the perfect thing to say. How many more adventures? How many more Septembers? How many circles around the sun? How many little moments watching the river flow before our last ship finally comes? I can't steer where the years will run, but from here on out, I'm gonna live them in love. Yeah, from here on out, I'm gonna live them in love. Yeah, from here on out, I'm Thank you. So a big part of why I'm here right now is my cousin is getting married tomorrow in Denver. And yesterday we were talking because they have these songs picked out for the first dance, you know, the bride first dance, husband and bride, groom and bride. Yeah, I know a lot about weddings. Groom and bride, first dance, then the father-daughter, you know, mother, son, the whole thing. And he was saying, the songs are just so long in the recordings. I don't want to be up there dancing for 4.5 minutes. And he went, maybe you can play them. So I got a gig. I got a very exclusive gig. So I got to practice. Well, I've got sunshine on a cloudy day, and when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Come on. Well, I guess you say what can make my girl. I've got so much honey, the bees envy. I've got a sweeter song, baby, than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you'd say what can make me feel this way, my girl. I'm talking about my girl, my girl. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. Oh, I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Come on, Alamosa. Can't take my eyes off of you. And you just call my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. It's a winter, spring, summer, or fall. All you gotta do is call, and I will be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. My God, you guys got all the backing parts already. Jeez. I usually have to coax that out of people. My God. No, I don't need no money, no fortune, no fame. I've got all the riches, baby, that one man could claim. My girl, I'm talking about my girl. 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 I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Yes, I do. I've even got the month of May. My girl, my girl. I'm talking about my girl. Talking about my girl. Thank you. Okay, actually only one of those songs with the actual first dance song. And then they did, for the other ones, it's, well, my mama told me there'll be days like this. You know, isn't that a sweet, like, mother-son? And then the father-daughter dances. Isn't she lovely? Come on. Isn't she wonderful? And we replaced the names at the end, so it's Stevie Wonder's child and wife. So we replaced it with Life with Aisha. And that's the original lyric. And then it goes, Londi it could, or Lonnie. Replaced it with Life with Carly. The meaning of her name, Kathy it could, not yeah, hire me to play your weddings. Oh, no, I'm kidding. Well, I'm going to do this song now. We have a few more minutes, and then we're going to take a little break in a second. I'm going to play this song and one more. But I'm going to do this song, and it's an interesting song. I wrote it about my dad, who's an interesting character. He's a real New England mountain man. He's, what? Are you English? Oh, you're talking in an accent. New England. Are you from it? You look like cowboys. There's no, yeah. You got me for a second there. But New England, very different from England. But my dad, he's an interesting guy. He's very quiet and reserved. He would never do this in like a million years. And, you know, a sort of facet of my childhood I remember is I was terrible at everything that he was good at. You know, I tried sports, I tried all this math, all this, I was terrible at everything. And I remember he worked at this place called a lobster pound. Do you know what this is? A lobster pound is where they you know, these lobster boats come in, and these guys have to pull up these big things of lobster and go through, and they pinch you, and it's a little crazy. And he worked there for a bunch of years, and my brother worked there for like over a decade, and I worked there for one day. And now, you have a question? Yes.
Did he have all these pinches on his fingers?
Probably. You'll have to ask him. I didn't want to get pinched on the fingers, so I took my $40 cash for my 6-hour shift and I left. And now I go to salons to get my nails done to play guitar. But this was the first song I ever wrote that was like this, because it was 15 minutes done, as you hear it now. You know what I mean? It's an interesting thing. And I had to kind of look back and decode it. It's called Raining Sideways. And we used to hike a lot. We used to hike the New Hampshire 4,000 footers. But we started from a lower elevation. I used to want to be just like you. I'd fail, and you'd know it too. I bought that wristband of your favorite team. I wore it every day for a year or two. I'd get so confused when those coaches would tell me, boy, you've got to get mean. I wonder if they said the same to you, and if you ever found out what that really means. Now it's raining sideways, and I'm missing her face. I wonder if you ever felt that way. no strangers, different in a million ways. But every day I see how much of you remains. I'll get to living up to you one of these days. Do you remember those hiking boots you bought me back when I was 15? The first and last time that I ever wore them was with you on the spine of Tuckerman's Ravine. When I told you I couldn't do it anymore, I wasn't a man like my grandfather. I couldn't fight the Korean War. And you told me that that was all right, that no man grows up to be his father if his father raises him right. I wanna believe that I could be like what's come before me, a faded photo on the wall, a thread running through us all, on the shoulders of 100 men. All I am is pieces of them. All I am is pieces of them. Thanks. And you guys, thank you. And you guys, you know what is so funny? You will not believe. So, my cousin is getting married tomorrow, so my whole family is in Denver. And it was about a 3-hour drive today. And guess who decided to accompany me to the show? My dad. So he's here right now. So, Dad, did you get pinched? Yes, many times. I think it was also a great excuse for him to get out of the rehearsal dinner. And me as well. No, I'm kidding. But anyways, I'm going to do one more song. I was debating. I was like, do I call him out that he's here? I had to, right? Come on. Yeah. So I'm going to do one more song. We're going to take a little break, okay? A little 10-minute break. And we're going to be back up here. So, and, okay. You guys are so polite. It's crazy. Oh, my God. But this is a song about my beginnings in music. But before I get into it, I wanted to go over, I have a few things for sale. I have T-shirts that say maybe it's all bullshit. Bad word. That's the best-selling piece of merch. I have T-shirts that say my name with a cool design, an old soul singer-songwriter. I have CDs. I have a live album, if you have a way of playing it. I have USBs, if you don't have a way of playing it, USBs that you can stick in your car. And they have 4 albums on them, including a holiday duets album with my fiance. You have a question? They are on Spotify. Yes. Do I play rock? You'll have to stay for the second set to see. We'll see. Maybe we'll get there. This song is not very rock, though, I'm going to be honest with you. But I have, the USBs have all the albums on there, and I have an email list sign up. I send out a little monthly, yeah? Well, we'll get into it. Let's talk about it during the break. Can we talk about it during the break? I have an email list sign up where you can, I send out like a monthly newsletter, and you get notified when I'm back in Colorado. And if you sign up for the newsletter, you'll get a free Maybe It's All Bullshit koozie. So for your beers. So how could you say no? And I have, last thing, I have a little code back there to sign up for Patreon, if anyone knows what that is. It's like a monthly membership thing, and I do guitar workshops and songwriting workshops. And, if you sign up for that, you can take anything you want from the merch table, seriously. But I wrote this song, it's about my beginnings. And my dad, my parents, not exactly attuned musicians, I'll say that. And I didn't know what to do. I was growing up in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and I wasn't sure what to do. So I remember I went down the road to this bar called the Press Room. And is it what?
Is it all messy like the first time?
Oh, well, this was in New Hampshire, but yes. And so I was playing in the corner for their open mic, and I played another open mic at a cafe called Crack Skulls. And I played all these open mics, and eventually I got booked at one of these bars. And it was very exciting for me. And I think, I was so bad at everything I tried that finally I had something I was kind of good at. So I hit it hard, and I got hooked into the New Hampshire biker bar music circuit. Look at me. I fit right in. And I started playing hundreds of these gigs. Residencies, I played 2 gigs for the Mob. I only learned on the second gig. And I did all these crazy, standing in a corner for $100, and they force you to play, just crazy stuff. And I was dreaming of experiences like this. And I wrote this song about those times. Grateful to be able to play for people who generally care these days. But those days are not lost on me. It's called Hard to Hate. I was booked at a biker bar up north. There was leather jackets and guns on hips. I whipped in my dad's red Prius. I was stuffed in a corner singing Fire and Rain when a Hell's Angel spun towards me. As he was limping over, I swore I was about to die. Then we talked for 20 minutes about his favorite songs from Sweet Baby James. His voice got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close-up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face, it's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can merely see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I was booked at a bright pink bachelorette where they wished I was a stripper. Drunk women barking, won't you play Michael Bublé? I picked his saddest one just to be rude, but much to my surprise, one by one they started slowing down. For 2 whole hours we sang and laughed as we watched the walls fall down. Their faces got softer and softer. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they're right in front of you. It's so easy to fall in love when you take the close-up view. When it's not a screen, it's a face, it's a heart, it's a name. It gets pretty hard to hate when you can really see the flame, the fire behind everyone's pain. I gave Kathy a bag of chips by the side of the road. I saw the scars on her face as she said, did you know I used to be somebody? I used to be somebody. It's pretty hard to hate someone when they start to look like you. It's so easy to fall in love when their face reflects the truth that you can never quite escape. Good luck fighting off the flame. That fire, it always remains. Oh, it's all the same thing. Do-do-do-da-da-da-da-da. Do-do-do-da-da-da-da. Thank you, guys. I'll be over in the back. We're going to take a quick little break here, okay? If you want to sign up for the email list or Patreon or whatever, I'll be back there. You guys, the kids had to leave. So break out your joints. Break out, okay. That was funny though. At the first show I did, I played a Dead song, and it was so funny. I don't even smoke. I gave it away. I don't even smoke. I was like, just someone else take it. Man. Alamosa. Are you Alamosans? Why are there so many different names? I'm learning so much. What? Yeah, your piles of sand are bigger than the Nashville piles of sand, though. Song makes me think of, well, never mind. Well, I'm sailing a smooth highway under soft suburb lights, wearing Applebee's overseas every corner, and the Hooters parking are all shining so bright, fluorescent perfection, corporate order. A McDonald's drive-through, a long Starbucks line, a million parking spaces, a billion separate lives. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the time-tested, well-rested reason. I'm looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the earth-shaking foundation feeling. I'm looking for the real thing. I took a silver elevator, I soared 15 floors up, but it didn't feel much like flying. Towering daggers, scraping the sky, builders race towards heaven. I wonder what they'll find. I'm just looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the time-tested, well-rested reason. I'm looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the real thing. I'm looking for the earth-shaking foundation feeling. I'm looking for the real thing. manifested, stardust feeling. I'm looking for the real I was gonna say before, this song, it you know, when I'm in an area like this, in so many parts of Colorado, it makes me think of this song. But then I realized the first verse is, when Applebee's oversees every corner, the Hooters parking lots are all shut. And I was like, that, you know, maybe I'll skip that. Makes me think of Alamosa for sure. Well, back in July, I got this really cool opportunity to open for one of my very early songwriting heroes. In my hometown, I got to open for Jason Mraz, which was kind of cool. You know, I'm yours. He did that song. And many others. And he's just an animal, and he's so great. He was an amazing musician. It was cool to hang out with him, and it was this thing called the Emerging Artist Night. And so they invited a bunch of people from like the local music school that I had gone to for some classes. When I was growing up, they invited a bunch of kids, and there was someone there. He was 17, and I had met him last year, and he reminded me kind of me in some of the ways. Like, he was asking me. His parents are musicians. He asked, "How do I do this?" You know, and so I hooked him up with some gigs around town. Someone to record his music. I sent him into the biker bar. No, I'm kidding. But I wrote this song for him, and he was in the audience. He didn't know that I had written this song for him, and I was like, "This one's for you. I wrote it about you." It was great. It was really fun. So I'm gonna play it now. It's called "People Gonna Talk." People gonna talk at you like crazy. People gonna tell you where you're wrong. People gonna sit back and whisper from the wings and swear you'll learn your lesson later on. Right now you are just a small town seed. There's no telling which way you'll grow, but that won't stop them from speaking in your sunshine. You gotta learn how to listen and then how to let go, because one day they're all safe. How free you seem watching you live your dream, and there ain't no race to watch it all fall in place. Just cut out the noise, let them hear your voice, 'cause you know it's the truth. Keep on shining through, and one day people gonna talk about you. People gonna talk themselves in circles, busy trying to remember. 'Cause you got a fire and it's still blazing bright, and they can only feel the bite of their burning embers. But it's no one's fault how they turned out. knotted trees still spread out strong. But you are here for a reason, through untold generations who have learned how to listen and then just held on. Because one day they're all gonna see how free you seem watching you live your dream. And there ain't no race to watch it all fall in place. Just cut out the noise, let them hear your voice, 'cause you know it's the truth. Keep on shining through, and one day people gonna talk about you. They're gonna talk about you. It's just one page ripped out from the binding. It's just one line in someone else's song. It's just a drop in a big wide ocean. The waves are high, the wind's just right. I think it's your time to sail on, 'cause you know what to do. Keep on shining through, and one day people gonna talk about you. Thank you. All right, everybody. We're going to switch gears a little bit, okay? What? Yes. Woo! Lower your expectations, everybody. The great Don Richmond texted me today because he flew out today to go to Texas, unfortunately, and he said, well, not unfortunately, but, you know, fortunate that he's not here. And he texted me. He said, I forgot to bring the keyboard from my house, but we have this cool old upright, and I think it's in tune enough. So. And we have a little grand piano right over there. True. Well, here we are. It'll be great. Who cares? It's great. I'm gonna do a song. This was the first song of mine that anybody actually liked, and it's the earliest song that I still play. I wrote it when I was in college, and I was in this music class, and we were studying, you know, fly me to the moon, you know, let me land on the stars, you know that one? And, you know, moon river wider than a moon, all that stuff. This great American songbook, those jazz songs, and I was sitting in my apartment, and that stuff was stewing in my head, and I had gotten out of this long relationship with this girl from home, and I remember this melody just came to me. I was sitting on the couch, and this melody came to me, and I thought it was so nice, and I thought, oh, it's one of those songs, you know? And I kept looking through the songs I had been listening to, and I couldn't find it, and I thought, did I write the melody? And I had met this new girl, and there was this sparkly time kind of, and sparkly melody, and I wrote this sparkly song. It's called Remind Me. Well, I told myself not to fall in love, and I haven't yet. I'm still so young, there are so many people I just haven't met. So when I saw you, and you saw through to the heart of me, I turned around, I walked downtown and tried to see with objectivity. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade like the ghosts behind me. I told myself she's nothing new, just a pretty girl, a radiant light who always finds time to watch life unfurl. When you kissed me and I had to leave, I wasn't lying. I'm thinking maybe I'm just good at searching, not finding. I didn't want to look too hard, I didn't want to see too far, I didn't want to know who you are, I didn't want to like it, I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the good stars fade like the ghosts behind me. 'Cause you don't remind me of back home, you don't remind me of my own needs, you don't remind me of what I know of love, you remind me of what it means. You don't remind me of my mother, you don't remind me of my last girl, you just remind me maybe it's a big wide open world. I didn't want to say your name, standing on your fire escape, watching all the stars fade like the ghosts behind me, and you don't remind me. Thanks. Robert, could I get a little less vocal in the monitor, actually? Just a little bit. Give it up for Robert on sound back there. I'm going to do another song that I wrote at a very different time. And I wrote it, I was in Nashville, and I was home alone all day, and this sort of big tragic thing had happened in Nashville. This was a few years ago. And I sat down and I wrote this song all in one day. And I remember I wrote this chorus, and I thought it was the most, you know, of all sort of like world healing songs, world peace songs. I thought, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever written. The chorus, and I thought, I'll go back and I'll change it later. And I tried to change it later, and I realized, no, that's like the crux of the song. So this is that song. This really has an interesting flavor playing this piano. You know, it's interesting. It's like playing the piano at your grandma's house, you know? Which I'm not saying in a bad way. Like it's really kind of interesting, you know. That sounded terrible. It's gonna be a long road when we look at where we started. One nation broken hearted, always running from itself. It's gonna be a high climb as our snowy steps get deeper on the mountain of redeemers in silk suits on TV screens. Oh, 'cause I've seen the lights shine through closed windows, down dirt roads in Kentucky, and under New York City moons too. I don't care who, I don't care who, but I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. Well, the sun is going down beyond the beach in California, and another congressman is forming another well-thought-out speech. But the moon has risen high above the dark and silent East Coast. Yeah, I know that love means most when it's right in front of me. Oh, but I look around and I can't find it in the papers. I don't see it on my screen, but I see it in you. No, I don't care who, I don't care who, but I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. I wanna believe in something bigger than me. I wanna believe in where this all could lead. But the older I get, the more I see whatever world I wanna live in begins with me. So I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. Show 'em what a little love can do. I'm gonna reach out to you. I'm gonna reach out to you. Show 'em what a little love can do. 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 Thank you. That's enough of that. All right, guys, we only have a few more songs, okay? It'll all be over soon. A song that sort of idea inspired part of this work I've been doing over the past year with this group that was actually started in Denver called Music Therapy Retreats. It is cool. And you write songs with veterans. It's very interesting. I don't know if any of you have heard. I don't know if any of you have heard of this, but it's this incredible experience. And last summer, it was my first time doing it. And a few weeks ago, I got to be a part of another retreat outside of Boston. And you go to this retreat center, beautiful by a lake. It's this amazing place. And the veterans go, like 5 or 6 veterans, 5 or 6 songwriters. And we each get paired up with a veteran. And you write about whatever they want to write about, whatever they want to say. And I got paired with this guy, Rich, this past time. And he's 70, and he was in the military for 30 years. And he was a Navy doctor. And he really was an interesting character, really an interesting guy. He walked up to me as soon as we got assigned together, and he went, "Let's go out on the lake." I didn't know that was an option. So he said, "They have canoes. It's better to talk out on the water." I was like, okay. I'm like, sure. You know, we have roughly 4 to 5 hours over 2 days to meet, write a song, and then perform it at the end for all the veterans, all the songwriters, and their families. So it's so an hour of that was going to be spent on a canoe. And it turned out to be this just amazing experience. And I wrote about it in my last newsletter. It was just, Rich is an amazing guy. We were talking on the canoe, and he was telling me about his life growing up, and then his time in the service, and his struggles with PTSD, and you know, just really we got to know each other. And as we were getting closer to shore and almost capsizing, I told him, "Rich, what if we write a song that's a letter from yourself now at 70 to yourself at 18, right before you enlisted?" You know, and he said, "Well, I guess we could try that." "I'm not creative at all." That's what he said. He said, "I'm not a creative person at all." And this whole song was basically me just transcribing what he said. Because there's stories. He just had so much to say that had never been said. You know, and as we were pulling into the water, I told him I was starting to come up with this melody idea for the chorus that it's gonna be a long ride, long ride, long, long, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high, high, high climb. And I was like, "Does that work? What do you think of that?" And I look up, and he was just crying. And he was this big, tough guy, you know, it's just amazing. And so, yeah, I just wrote this song, I want to play it. He gave me permission. In fact, he said, "That would be awesome." It's called "You Don't Know What I Know." Just a blue-eyed boy with sun-bleached hair, washing dishes at Camp Shangri-La, bumping a beat-up bike down Lincoln Ave, clear root beer and Neil Young. You see that Jersey girl smiling your way that you never noticed until tonight. You don't know it now, but take it from me. She's the love of your life. It's gonna be a long ride, long ride, long, long, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high, high, high climb. But keep holding hands with the ones that you love, and when they reach out, they'll help you climb up. Grab a hold and don't let go, 'cause you don't know what I know. 1982, you'll be in your navy dress blues, and she'll look so beautiful in white. But 2 days later, you're alone on the road, headed towards your new life, full of sleepless nights and helicopter blades, learning how to be a man. Safe from harm by fate's gentle nudge, but in that moment your friends are gone. It's gonna be a long ride, long ride, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high climb. But keep holding hands with the ones that you love, and when they reach out to help you climb up, grab a hold and don't let go, 'cause you don't know how many times you climb a mountain and see the world fresh on the other side, how many streams you cross together and see your reflections flowing by, how many flowers are waiting for you in the cool, clean alpine air, how many lives will be made brighter just because you were there. It's gonna be a long ride, long ride. It's gonna be a high climb, high climb, high climb. Keep reaching out. Do good while you can and help others climb up. Grab a hold, you don't know what I know. Don't know what I know. There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better, some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments with lovers and friends I still can recall. Some are dead and some are living in my life. I've loved them all. But of all these friends and lovers, there is no one who compares with you, and these memories lose their meaning when I think of love as something new. And though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them my life, I love you more. Though I know I'll never lose affection for people and things that went before, I know I'll often stop and think about them in my life. I love you more in my you more in my life. I love you more. Thank you. All right, everybody. We've reached the end of our time together. I know. What? What a sweet thing to say. That's so sweet. It's true. No, truly, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. Can we give it up for Road Bear back there? And Brian doing the video? You guys got volunteers, people helping out everywhere. This place is so cool. Oh my God, it's so cool. I'm so grateful to play. Like I said, I played a lot of those biker bars. And I was dreaming about moments like this and people like you and everything. And so thank you so much for making my dreams come true. And I hope to see you again back here or anywhere else. It's been a great night, y'all. If you want to sign up for the email list or the Patreon or anything, you'll get a notification when I come back here. So yeah, I'd love to see you again. This is my cowboy song, so cowboy from New Hampshire, okay? So don't judge me. I'd been chasing down the highways, watching the world fly by, seeing my life drip down the windshield, waiting on the right sunrise. Then you walked in, and the colors all changed, paintings just jumped off the wall. I looked for the lights instead of the shadows, but I still can't see them all. So won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? Now it's a tear-red setting sun off the coast of Georgia, not just a stop in the road. It's a wish on the neon of the Nashville skyline, shining young while we're getting old. Yeah, won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me, ride with me, ride with me all night long? know the part, okay? Time to get on your horse and sing along, okay? 1, 2, 3. Won't you ride with me? Ride with me. Ride with me all night long. Won't you ride with me? Ride with me. Ride with me all night long. One more time, come on. Won't you ride with me? Ride with me. Ride with me all night long. Won't you ride with me? Ride with me. Ride with me all night long. Won't you ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me all night long? Won't you ride with me all night long? Thank you guys so much. I'm Sam Robbins. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. You guys want to sing one more together? You want to sing? I can't hear you, Alamosa. Sing one more, okay? Almost heaven, Alamosa, Colorado. Rocky Mountains, whatever river runs through here. What river? Oh, God, that's a big one. Rocky Mountains, Rio Grande River. Life is old there, older than the trees. It's younger than the mountains, blowing like the breeze. Country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, mama, mama, take me home, country road. All my memories, they gather round her. Miner's lady, stranger to blue water. Dark and dusty, painted on the sky. A misty taste of moonshine, teardrops in my eye. Country road, take me home, yeah, to the place I belong. Western Colorado, my mama, oh, take me home, country road. I hear her voice in the morning as she calls me. The radio reminds me of my home far away. And driving down the road, I get a feel that I should have been home yesterday. Come on, Alamosa, yesterday. To the place I belong. Colorado, it even sounds better. Mountain mama, take me home, country road, take me home. troubadours. Thank you so much. I'll be back there if you want to say hi. Thank you so much again. I hope to see you again. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.